Alrighty, welcome back everybody to Amateur Dota 2 League Season 3, Game 2 for Artificial Intelligence versus Titans Division. If you are tuning in right now, Titans Division won the first game thanks to Pugna, Beaver, and the one and only Disruptor with that ultimate to silence everybody. And I don't blame if Artificial Intelligence goes on to actually ban a Pugna in this banning session. But Storm Spirit is going to be their first choice, as well as Invoker from the Titans. So these are the same bands that we saw first game. I think these are more of the normal bands for their teams. I think they played against these players, or these heroes I should say, a lot, and they don't feel comfortable playing against them. They don't like playing against them, and especially with that invoker, you have to be a very good invoker to play it on a league. An Ember Spirit ban coming out from Titans Division. We will see the artificial intelligence follow that ban with another ban to pretty much talk about or at least express what they don't want in the first phase of ban. So how it looks like is first bans are what you don't want to see. Second phase of bans are what you tailor it to your uh, your your own set on the draft. So with, there's Pugna right there. So if there was a lottery, I would have been rolling in cash right now. But nope. There's no lottery. There's nothing to be found. The Pugna will be banned for their last or the second ban, I should say. So that will finish up the first phase of bans, and Titans Division will pick out their first hero, and then Artificial Intelligence will go on for their two. Nyx Assassin is picked up by Titans Division for their first hero, and looking to be or a candidate to be their mid hero. So there's Mirana from Artificial Intelligence. Again, with pickup of Mirana first is a little baldy. I may add on what there's two ways of picking Mirana. One, you want to pick Mirana. Well, it kind of goes with Mirana and Bane. So you pick Mirana or Bane, and if you don't think about getting the other trio, which is the Mirana, or if you get a Mirana, you kind of go for a Bane. If you get a Bane, you kind of go for a Mirana. So you wait for the other team to ban out Mirana or Bane, so that you actually waste one of the other team's ban. It's useful, but again, it's not recommended. Because if you just pick a Baron or a Bane just to screw up their bans, not really worth it. But I think they should just opt in and get a support character with Mirana, such as Shadow Shem, which was doing okay in the last game, but went in for no apparent reason, did nothing, just got few kills, and did good shackling and hexing, but not to an extent as Lion, how he went in with the hex and Earth Spike. So it is like looking a little bleak on the Shadow Shaman end, especially after that game that they just pulled off.
10 seconds remaining.
Wizard will be the second hero of choice on artificial intelligence. Titans will have the last pick of the first phase, and that will carry on to the second phase of banning. Nyx Assassin with Keeper of Light is a very good combination, as Nyx Assassin can just mana burn and mana burn everybody in sight, especially in the early game, as if they're laning together, the opposition will have no mana and they will take tons of damage. So it's Keeper is a pretty good ally of Nyx Assassin. And it will be a Lion from the first game. They played
Radiant team
Lion
ban.
first game very well. He got Agnems, and he actually did a pretty good job. And he is going to be the banning, the second phase of banning. And here, there you go, a
Dire
Bane
team
being
ban.
banned out after a Mirana being picked. And it's not even the second ban; it's the first ban of the second phase. So either artificial intelligence succeeded in this, or they just wanted Mirana. So
10 seconds remaining.
you know what? Bane is banned. I don't know. I can't read the
5
minds of the other
seconds
players. So
remaining.
if that was their strategy to just get a Mirana, if they can
Reserve
play Mirana,
time.
fine. I've seen many good Mirana plays without the help of Bane, and you know what? All the power to them. If that's why they picked up Mirana, just to play Mirana and play Mirana efficiently without the use of Bane, and they've succeeded in having Titans waste one of their bans. Death Prophet
Radiant
is
team
banned
ban.
by artificial intelligence on so I think that's yeah, that's the second time
Dire team
he
ban.
was she was banned from the first game. Also Lycan being banned from Titans, also banned from the first game, so we won't see those heroes in this lineup.
10 seconds remaining.
Last game, what Titans had was a very pushing,
5
capable team. A
seconds
Pugna
remaining.
farmed up, going in with another war,
Weaver.
another blast. Excuse me, and taking
Radiant
down towers
team
pretty
pick.
quickly and helping out with that nether ward. But on the artificial side, what they had was a lacking split pusher, which Sven took in charge of. If, say, if that was a Luna, then that would have been a whole different story with her pushing is far, far superior to Sven. So if they really want to get a split pusher, I think they just did with a Weaver pickup.
10
We've seen how
seconds
Weaver pushes
remaining.
with, especially with a Desolator in hand
Dire
in the
team
late game.
pick.
With things with a Hand of Midas, he got farmed up pretty early on, and well, special thanks for that babysitting on the top lane. But Titans will pick up themselves a puck banned from the first game, and I don't know where this kind of goes in, but you know what?
10 seconds remaining.
They might be inspired by Dendy from the
5
new
seconds
free-to-play movie,
remaining.
or the documentary rather, made by Valve. If you still haven't
Reserve
watched it, it's free.
time.
Just go on to either Valve to download it or just go on YouTube to watch it. It's a pretty good documentary about Dota and game competition and tournaments as a whole. So it's a great watch, and you will see that the
Templar
$1 million
Assassin.
dream coil by Dendy. Templar
Radiant
Assassin picked up by
team
artificial
pick.
intelligence for their mid hero, and I don't know why, but I just love seeing Templar Assassin being played as she can dodge projectiles to go into melding. Refraction gives her basically invisibility and invincibility, and Cyblades.
10
If you
seconds
watched Dendy
remaining.
play Templar Assassin, you will know how to use
5
that to hit the
seconds
mid
remaining.
player effectively on that end. Bounty Hunter is banned from
Reserve
artificial
time.
intelligence, which I have just saw. Um,
Dire
they're
team
probably
ban.
wanting to conceal that Weaver as much as possible. I don't think they will go for a Ricky because they are lacking a strength-based hero, or at least a tank hero. Slaughter is picked up by Titan's division, so that
10
is their
seconds
tank and
remaining.
main DPS. And you know what?
Radiant
Whoever they
team
get tanked
ban.
with amplified damage, it becomes a squishy. Unless it's like
Dire
Bristleback.
team pick.
Last bans comes in from artificial. It is a Viper. On the Titans, it is a Nature's Prophet. So far, so good on both ends.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Here's a Meepo.
Red team pick.
This is my second time seeing a Meepo play on the league.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
So the last pick is Morphling. I'm sorry, I was just talking or just typing away to somebody on Twitch. They just notified me that the $1 Million Dream Coil isn't on free to play. Apparently, it's on S4, which is the Alliance. The last game, Alliance versus Navi. Dream Coil basically prevented Navi players from TPing into their base to defend, and that's how they lost the game.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Alrighty, we are back in the game, and let's looky here. Radiant Sight, Sexy Dog on Nyx Assassin, Hot, Andrea on Slaughter, Dumb on Morphling, Fat Dog on Lion, and Foe on Puck. On the Dire side, it is Star Slayer on Meepo, White Jane on I Love You Jane. I just figured that one out. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry from the first game. I Love You Jane on Mirana. Auto MMA on Templar Assassin, Toby on Visage, and Ninja Chinky Winks on Weaver. Let's looky here. Dumb playing on Morphling, bottom solo lane, middle. By the looks of it, it's going to be Puck, but they're going as a team to. Yeah, you can see it right there. I don't need to talk about how they're going to roll it out. They're trying to jump on Assassin, the Templar Assassin. She doesn't have anything yet, so if she has that meld, it could actually change the. It won't change it, but it will. It will make them hard to actually get her because they only have that crush that he's probably going to use it. But nope, they're spotted out. Templar Assassin will go back a little bit. Be more careful, so that's... I don't think they contemplated on that one.
Illusion.
Looks like Weaver will be laning against a Morphling, and middle will be a Puck against the Templar Assassin. We will see a tri-lane on tri-lane, which is, let's see, Slardar being babysat by Lion and Nyx Assassin, and yes, drops are enabled on Twitch TV. And the tri-lane opposition on that is a Meepo, babysat by Visage and Mirana. So the first full pull is successful. Nothing too much to report on at this point. Weaver and Morphling are looking a little bit too balanced as they're both. They are both ranged, so they just cancel each other out. They're more of a they're in the same boat. See on top, both teams are trying to be aggressive, but I don't know which one will win the most aggressive title of the lane. Temple Assassin, Weaver, and Morphling. Let's look at the last hits and denies just to be sure. They really need to do a ton of pulling right here on the top lane just so that they can actually land in, get it onto the tower, and play it safe like that. Mirana is on the middle lane. I don't know if she wants to get in on the action or if it's just of a little mixing up, spicing up the gameplay. Here's an arrow coming in, not connecting on that double damage puck. Very nice pull by Lion here. So both teams are pulling in right now. Pretty good, pretty good. Arrow barely missing on Morphling, but I think we will. Nope, we won't see that. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Mirana getting too close. Close but no cigar. Meepo getting a headdress and a stout shield off first, trying to get that mech up as soon as possible. Going to be useful. Mirana is not even trying anymore. And I think Visage will be the only one babysitting Meepo at this point. I think Mirana and they will be dual laning. Another arrow just missed, and looks like top is getting a little frisky on here. Maybe even trying to dive in. Or I think they're just waiting for the minute mark so that they would actually pull in a creep. Oh my god, this Mirana not doing well at all. He missed every single arrow. And the my HUD is actually given to me by, or gifted by P2, my co-caster. So thank you, P2, if you're watching this. Probably not because it's late in your country, but yeah. So Miranda is actually blaming this on ping. So far we don't have first blood yet. So it's going to be looking a little. Well, we can't really make a remake, so that's out of the question. But Mirana should know how to play with a lag. Yeah, here's the arrow that connects Morphling getting right clicked on, but nope. Right clicks going down. Nope. Weaver will go down, however, to Morphling thanks to that waveform doing a ton of damage as well as Tower. Jeez, that was a cold-blooded bun by Morphling to actually pull off. And Slaughter actually has a pretty good set. It is called the Sea Dragons set, I believe. At least that's what the items are named. And this camp is blocked off. It won't respawn.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Weaver coming on top, crushing. Visage will get Lion though before the Slitherine Crush comes in to help out. So that's only 1.5 seconds duration right now on the stun. I kind of butchered the commentation on there, but look at that. Look at that Dream Coil. I think missed. I don't know. Now, yeah, Puck will be back up as she bottles up. I think that's a girl or a female of a creature. Male getting a little frisky. Nyx Assassin is on bottom, trying to assist a little against Weaver, but it's still looking pretty decent. But the top has been uh, the top Radiant side, I should say. They did a very good job. The Titan did a very good job de-warding, or excuse me, warding off these camps so that they can't pull in creeps and they will actually get back on their tower to secure more last hits. Let's look at the top. We have nothing much going on. Let me look at the items real quick. A Drum of Endurance finished on Slardar. Wraithband and Ring of Health as well as Power Treads finished on Morphling thanks to that first blood kill. And that's pretty much it. Meepo still with the headdress, finished up phase boots on his end. Tempered Assassin for the phase boots and Bottle. um, also a phase boots and a magic wand going all for a Weaver. Weaver is not doing pretty well right now, but as the game progresses on, I think we'll see some progress on him. He does have more last hits than him. Morphling caught in again by the 4-second arrow, doing some damage down. Right clicks going in, but he is micromanaging that morph. But one more right click. But close, close, but no cigar. Right click, there's the kill, right there. Slithering Crush comes in. Start. Ah, last second Mirana dies, but one right click away from death is Puck, and Temper Assassin with the invisibility rune just coming in to try to get that Slaughter on the bottom lane. Already Mirana and Weaver is here, and let's see what goes on. Templar Assassin trying to get his right clicks on, but the Slithering Crush comes in, no damage done thanks to that refraction. Now right clicks is coming in by Slaughter, and amplified damage is also on Templar Assassin, so she's pretty squishy at this moment, and so is Weaver, although
Dire's
it is
middle
running
tower
out.
is under attack.
They don't follow that up though. It's a little weird. And Meepo is just farming away in the jungle. Templar Assassin will try to go on Puck, but it's
Dire's middle
yeah, she's
tower is
discovered,
under
so
attack.
won't be a big deal. Arrow comes in, but it goes on the melee creep and not on the Morphling. Morphling, yeah, pings are coming in right now, and here is Nyx Assassin trying to impale, goes on, and Mirana will go down to Slaughter with the Slithering Crush. That was an easy pick off from the Radiant on Mirana. Mirana's not doing good at all this game.
Dire's
Um,
bottom tower is
so
under
far she
attack.
died only twice, but missed a ton of arrows. So there's always that.
Top is missing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
An arrow again, but that will just run out of the range. Let's look on the top. The familiars are flying all over the place. They're just scouting off the area. Has to do some good macroing to actually put them into very effective use. So the mech is completed on Meepa right now. Here comes the, I think the only standing ward so far is up here in Spider Dire. So artificial intelligence hopefully learns from their first game to actually ward a ton. Even if it's looking bad on your team, ward a ton, because you never know how you're going to use that warding. On the bottom, looks like Visage and, well, Puck just got Meepo. I did completely miss that up top, but nevertheless, it is. The Dire team looks a little disoriented. They are unorganized, I should say, as Mirana is just sitting around and not farming at all. So she really wants to get in and get the arrows done, but honestly, if you can't do it,
Dire's
familiars,
top tower is under attack.
right clicks, there it goes. Lion gets picked off for his warding. Now they know he's actually warded there, or at
Dire's
least
top tower
attempted
is
to
under
ward there.
attack.
Meanwhile, Muffling is pushing bottom tower, and Lion, I don't think it was worth
Dire's
it all.
bottom tower
And
is under
when the
attack.
game is actually, the laning phase is over, so that's pretty much 8 to 12 minutes. If you're going to ward, people are not in the lane, go in with a warding buddy. It sounds a little, um, how do I say the word? What's the word I'm looking for? It sounds a little
Dire's bottom
gay,
tower has
but
been
you know what?
denied.
Go in and get a buddy of your own and ward them places up. Let's look at the items again real quick. By the way, look at that tower damage done to that middle. So, but also the bottom tower is gone, so thanks. Thanks, Obama, for that. There isn't any more skirmishes happening. Drum of Endurance finished on Slaughter, said it a billion times. He does have a Blink Dagger now. Woo! Pug has finished a Blink Dagger and a Power Treads. Meepo, nothing new. Visage with a Mana Boots, and Mirana with Ring of Basilius. Crushing, Slithering Crush goes with Mirana. Mirana just goes down instantly. Here comes an Earth Spike on Meepo. That will, Jesus. Temple Assassin trying to go on Slaughter right now. Amplified damage goes on her, but I don't know that if that will be enough. Meepo dropping to a 400 and 300 respectively. Lion is being pursued, but he fingers Sweeper to death. And meanwhile, Slaughter picks up Meepo on the dire jungle.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And that tower will go down, the middle tower will go down. Puck will pick up that extra gold a bit, and to put us just sitting here waiting, doing nothing at all. She has, okay, she's going for a BKB. There's no doubt about that. But look at that, Slithering Crush comes in, amplified damage on one Meepo, so they now know which Meepo to go in. Nyx Assassin, nicely timed spike up to actually stop the incoming attacks. That was very nice played. Reaper is trying to go on Lion right now. Lion seems to be caught out, slowed down by the Temple Assassin's traps, and here comes the refraction. Earth Spike comes up, but won't be enough to save him. So he did have a good strategy of running up to a narrow hill so that he can just Earth Spike everybody, but he did a little bit too late.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See, on the middle, here comes a Crush trying to go on one of the Meepos right now. Meepo doesn't have the... Oh my goodness, Meepo gets owned by Puck, and here comes a Dream Coil. Puck gets destroyed, though. Look at that, double kill coming in for Morphling. Yes? Maybe? Nope. Nexus has to get up that and get that kill, and that will be the end of that fight in the middle lane. Let's look at the XP graph on what just happened. It is leading the way of Radiant again, the first game winners, about 1,500 on, and a 3,000 lead on the Radiant side for the gold graph. So, still anybody's game, but Morphling trying to get that, what should I call it, a Lincoln Sphere. Just shy away from that recipe. Let's look at Weaver and how well his farm is.
Radiant's bottom tower
Doesn't add
is
up.
under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Here comes a TP, and they could actually come in and contest this with one net, but look at that. Jesus. Slaughter just coming in. That blink gives him ton of new abilities. So the finger comes in from line to actually kill off the Visage. I think that was a little overkill, if you ask me. And Moonlight's Shadow. Mirana. Mirana, why are you missing so bad? I'm sure it lags on your end, but come on. Lag isn't the end of the game. Ouch on Weaver. No words can express how badly Weaver just got killed at the top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top is the invisibility rune. Temple Assassin finished up that BKB. Mirana finally has the face boots. 20-minute mark. Way to go. Looky, Mirana still in the base. Has a Ring of Aquila this time, so that's an upgradement on her end. Puck, invisibility, rune up on her. Slardar finds somebody. Here comes the crush doing no damage for now with that refraction though. Here comes an arrow, misses. Net comes in for Slardar though. Tons of damage done to him thanks to that poof. So in the late game, if Meepo is allowed to be survivable, or he survives a lot, then it might turn the tide around. But so far, they don't have a tank yet. Yet. So Slaughter is the tank you want in the Radiant side, although it's not looking pretty good so far on the dire end of things. They're mostly squishy, and if that doesn't help, there's always the amplified damage to make them even more squishy, so they take more damage. Arrow, not even a good try. Dagon is finished up on Puck, and let's see Nyx Assassin just shy away from that, from the, I believe it's a belt. Is it a belt? Is it a belt? It is not a belt. It is the, what is it? I swear. It's a null talisman. A nice null talisman and a recipe. But look at this. I think that's a very early smoke. And I think it's a waste of smoke because Nyx Assassin has himself the Vendetta to actually go invisible for 35 seconds and do massive damage. And he's not using that to his fullest potential right now. By the way, newsflash, that smoke will run out soon. Looks like it's about 5-man right now. I think, nah, looks like Morphling is just there, jungling. But Meepo won't see him. They don't have enough. They don't have enough wards up to actually see what's going on in the area. Yeah, they will be pushing down the middle tower. Meanwhile, Dire is just scattered up, unorganized, doing nothing at all. Here comes what was that on Weaver? Did he just TP in? Yeah, I think he just TP'd in. I thought he time lapsed for a second. Oh, here comes a crush. Amplified damage goes on Weaver. BKB activated by Templar Assassin, trying to go on the Lion, but that won't do. That won't do not a lot. Visage, oh my goodness, kills everywhere. I don't know who to focus on. So far, it's 3 for none. And I believe they will get that tower just because of the lack of team members.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The middle tier 2 tower goes down on the Dire side, and the tier 3 is being pushed right now, and look at that. There's no competition. There is nobody challenging them to get that tower. But you know what? On the bright side, at least they have some wards up in the middle. Look at that, net goes in, but what a nice little play by Morphling right there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I agree with you, mobile fan. Meepo does need to step his ass up. Lion dropping to 200 and will go down to Meepo. So, you know what? I think they just took your word for it, and he is now stepping up his game. So that's a Lion down. So Lion is out of the picture, but Lion is the best
Radiant's middle tower
team
has
player in
fallen.
their in the Radiant team. So it's a little too hard to tell if they will
Dire's
actually
bottom tower is under attack.
if they're on a
Radiant's
disadvantage.
middle tower is under attack.
Mattify, where's my goddamn items? He's asking. I don't know, dude. Ask Welv. You know what? I want items as much as this next guy, but you know what? I want to keep my cool. And just being said that, Viewer has himself a Desolator. So yeah, Desolator is looking pretty good on Weaver so far. He's getting a little ballsy because of that Moonlight Shadow and not really, oh Jesus, not really noticing these team members. Mirana has that leap. He will leap out, but won't be enough. Will leap right into Puck right there. So that's a little misplay by him, and Weaver just getting dropped down thanks to
Radiant's
the
middle tower is
Slither
under
Crush
attack.
by Slardar. So again, they're disorganized. They're not doing anything. And you know what? Meepo and Templar Assassin are the players that actually do something. Poof comes in, but that won't be enough. Look at that. Meepo getting
Radiant's middle
slaughtered
tower
after
is
the
under
process
attack.
thanks to the creeps that were nearby. But they won't mourn the death of Slardar. They will,
Radiant's middle
however, go
tower
and
is under
get
attack.
that bottom
Dire's
tier 2
structures are
Dire Tower.
fortified.
So this is a very nice ward placement right here.
Dire's bottom tower is under
That is
attack.
offensive. That is good.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
This is offensive. It is good. But you really need to put this right here. And they will take that Roche. The Radiant will take that Roche. There is no Slardar to give more amplified damage to the Roche so that they can take it faster. And by the looks of it, Dire knows, or at least Mirana, no arrow yet. No, they're clueless. They're absolutely clueless on what's going on. And look at that. Look at that. They don't know what to do. They're panicking at this moment. Look at that. Look at that Meepo going in. Poof comes in, doing not a lot of damage. Mech comes in, but Morphin will actually get Meepo and the Aegis. So, jeez, look at that. And now onto Weaver, and ouch. Slaughter just got melted in my face right here. Just melted, absolute meltedness. Eagle Song is on Morphling, also has a Ghost Scepter, so it will be an Eternal Blade, I believe, on... Yeah, there you go. Eternal Blade. Ethereal. Dota has weird names. And he finishes that up. Templar Assassin has the Yasha built. Mirana has the Ring of Health. I don't know what she's going for at this point. And let's see, let's find Real Meepo. Real Meepo going for a Magnum Scepter. He is about 600, 500 shy off that. Will be 400 soon. Let's look at other items. But look at that. Look at that. Leap off.
Five in a row.
That won't be enough. So again, this disorganization and lack of, I believe, um, a lack of communication on Dire side is looking pretty bad. Templar Assassin going for Menta style. We were probably going on for that
Radiant's
BKB.
top tower is under
Lion going
attack.
for an Agnum Scepter. Dagon 4 is on Puck, so that's kind of
Dire's
an
middle
overkill right
tower
there.
is
And
under
Necrobook
attack.
1 on Next
Radiant's
Assassin to
top tower
see
is under
Weaver
Dire's
properly.
middle tower
Although
has
they don't need it
fallen.
because they have a Sentry Ward right now. The mid tower went down uncontested,
Radiant
nothing done.
structures are
And they're just
fortified.
standing still as the barracks are dying. The
Dire's
barracks
middle
are
barracks
not
has
dying, they're
fallen.
getting destroyed.
Radiant's top tower,
Arrow
Dire's
comes in,
middle barracks
connects
has
on
fallen.
Slardar, doing nothing though. A leap to save Mirana's ass will be
Five in a
done,
row.
but Jesus, Puck getting in. Oh my goodness.
One for both. Two down.
Dream Coil. You know, I'm really contemplating on why they even bothered picking up a Meepo last when there is a guy called, a character, a hero called Lion with a finger of death. So that's not just a finger, it's a finger of death. And it also has a little area that he will cast it upon. So it's basically a lich, but more with control, with more controlled, with more control over to which the damage goes to. So I think that was a very very bad pickup. And look at that, that's the third Mirana arrow that gets connected. Good on Morphling. Jesus, a clutch move by Morphling, but there's no follow-up to that. The leap won't be initiated, and Morphling will just activate his
Dire's
strength,
bottom tower is
the
under
morph,
attack.
to actually get his health back up. So that's the mill barracks gone on the dire side. Weaver time last back into the lane to get away. Mental style is finished on. Oh, there's Weaver right here. Here comes Dust to actually. Okay, now he's seen forever now. Look at that. Right clicks goes on, and Slaughter actually picks up that kill. Eternal Blade activated, and my
Six in
game
a
is
row.
glitching over seeing Morphling as the Dire team, so I had a little bit of a problem there. So again, the Dire is outreaching and getting killed, or it's not getting killed, it's getting picked apart one by one. Think about a team full of squishies. Think about a team full of Crystal Maidens, okay? 5 Crystal Maiden heroes in one team, and there is a Pudge on the other team. He comes in, hooks you one by one by one by one, and you're not doing anything about
Dire's
it.
bottom
This is
tower is
how
under attack.
it's going on right now.
Dire's
The
third
tower is
tower
going
is
down, glyph
fortified.
goes up, but there's no going in. The glyph is wasted at this point. If you're going to glyph it, you have to fight it. But let's be honest, it's not happening right now. Next assassin picking up a kill right here. Puck just got. Here's the Dream Coil to take
Six in
both
a
Weaver
row.
and the Templar Assassin. The Templar Assassin drops down just shortly after that. This is trying to get away, and I think he might be Weaver trying to get some right clicks done to Puck.
Seven in
Puck
a row.
going down.
Two
There's
down.
also Slaughter in here. Slaughter going down to Weaver, so that's a double kill for Slaughter. Weaver, however, last second
Dire's
getting
bottom tower
away
has fallen.
from Morphling. But you know what? There's also Visage.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
So the bottom barracks are going down. Most likely they
Dire's
just want
bottom
to get
barracks are
the
under
game over
attack.
with, but
7 in a row.
oh my god, Mirana's underfarmed, underleveled, under everything. We were trying to get some kills at least,
Dire's bottom
but I
barracks
don't think
have
that will be
fallen.
enough. Next assassin has that vendetta open, so he can actually jump into anything. But here comes Meepo and his Meepo buddies, and Visage and the Weaver to get some kills. Right clicks goes on and get Lion in the process. But in top,
Dire's
Morphling
top tower is under attack.
will morph into one of his morphs. So that is a very good play by him. So they're at this moment, Dire is holding on for dear life. And if that wasn't enough for them, Morphling now has Eye of Scotty. How about them apples?
Double damage.
I thought Puck would pick that up, but apparently Morphling picks it up and also has Puck's bottle. So it's looking a little... It's a greedy Morphling. Moonlight Shadow will run out, and apparently it will be just enough time for them to get away. It would have been very different if Weaver had gone for a Lincoln Sphere first. That would actually allow him to repel at least like Hex, Finger Death, I believe is repelled, but especially Amplified Damage, which is one of the huge ones to repel. If you repel that, it's pretty... Well, you're off for another, I believe, 10 seconds. Yep, that's a cooldown on that.
Dire's
Temple
top tower
Assassin
is
going
under attack.
alone to defend top. But I don't think she realizes Slavra still has that Blink Dagger. With the Blink Dagger, I don't need to tell you, but he will blink in and crush you like he did multiple times throughout the game. And you need to take these into account.
Radiant's
He just
bottom
did it right now.
tower
He
is
just did it right
under
now.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Amplified damage is on Temple Assassin, and this will probably be the last push we see in the game. If, however, Meepo can split push his ass off, which my viewers on the Twitch TV has pointed out, if he can step up his game and rat Dota this, it might be a little GG. So if he can rat Dota, that would be good. If he can't, that won't be. So they really need to defend this tower as much as possible. Dreamcoil goes on Temple Assassin and Visage. Oh my god, Lion getting a double kill with that Finger of Death. And Temple Assassin right-clicking on Morphling won't do anything at all. So that is basically everybody dead. Mirana buying back after her death. Doing nothing again. And look at this, their only savior, Meepo, who was in the team, got silenced right now. Ken Poof will just feed on to the game. And I believe that will be a GG. You know, if he were on the bottom, keep pushing, going until that. Look at this, Proof goes on Morphling, but Morphling is tanky enough to actually take on that beating. And here's a GG. I don't blame them. Here's a
The
GG.
Radiant now have mega creeps.
Let's look at the XP graph real quick. It's 25,000 and 20,000 on the gold. So
Dire's middle tower is
I
under
don't need to tell
attack.
you. I don't need to tell you
Dire
which side is
claim
favorable.
the victory.
And I'll just go over the items real quick. The ones that I missed. I know there's a Ghost Scepter. I believe a Ghost Scepter on Slardar. So we'll see. Let's see. Ghost Scepter on Slardar, correct. Working on BKB. Could have heard it. Didn't get it. Necro 3 on Nyx Assassin to help out with that pushing. Let's see, Meepo having the Agnems and the Mechanism, and that's it. And Mirana working on a Persevere, well, got the Perseverance, probably a Lincoln Sphere, Templar Assassin, no new items, Visage, just a Necro book, and that is it. Thank you guys for joining me, CK Storm. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed casting. If you have any suggestions, just feel free to contact me. Other than that, you all have a good one. Bye.